So this is a quick little dating story time about a man I recently met, and naturally the best time for me, apparently when I have time, is when I'm in the car headed to a destination. Granted, it's just Target, so I'll be there in the next few minutes, but quick little story time. He seems pleasant, not typically my type, not ugly, but just not my look and build typically. And I guess I don't have like a specific outline of my type, but you know, you're either attracted or you're not. So I guess he does not feel attractive to me initially. He's very nice. I'm not gonna name his name. I meet him through a friend of mine. I kind of touch on little story times with like my friends, and I have friends that know everyone. I know 8 people. My friends know everyone, which I am actually really enjoying, because when we go out, we usually can we start with one plan or no plan, and it literally evolves into like multiple stops. And you know, they know someone everywhere we go. They always know something that's going on. They know a DJ somewhere, a bartender somewhere. They know somebody with a VIP section somewhere. I mean, hey, how you doing? So I met this guy at, I guess the first time I met him was about a year ago. And it wasn't really like a meeting him. I met with my friend, and we were going to someone else's birthday party. This is how the story usually goes. And he was a friend of the birthday guy. So not necessarily anything significant happened. It was just like, you know, the polite introducing of everyone around the table kind of thing. And so that was the first time I guess I met him. But, you know, it wasn't so significant that, you know, it's now a year later when that same birthday boy has his next birthday party. I guess the guy pipes up again, and I'm nice, I'm polite, but we didn't have any real encounter that he would have like stuck in my mind. So, you know, I am reintroduced to this man, and he's like, yeah, you already met me or whatnot. Actually, you know what? I saw him when I was out with my friend one time. He was out at a bar, and he said hi, and maybe that's when, so I'm sorry, but the month before the birthday boy's birthday, his birthday was in August, so let's say in July of this year, I'm out with my friend. We are out hopping around to random places and random stops. You just gotta learn to go with the flow. I had to learn this. We go to this one bar. He's there with his friends, you know, and my friend knows him because I know him through her in mutual parties. So, you know, and I'm like, hi, you know, it's so nice to meet you. And he's like, we've already met. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, all right, what is your name one more time? And I will try to make a point to actually remember. And I'm also like, I haven't seen you in a year, so I don't feel guilty, but I do like to make the conscious effort to learn your name, because I don't know, maybe it's the politeness factor. It's like the least I can do if I'm going to see you more than once or twice or however much. It would be nice to know your name, and I think that's the least I can do is try to remember your name, you know. So, you know, he seemed perfectly fine, not a big deal. Anyway, that happened in maybe July. The friend's birthday is in August. Great time. That was a fun night. And the guy is there again. This time I remember him. And I'm like, you know, hi, you know, friendly hug and things like that. Not really a big deal. I'm not thinking anything of anything. But as we move from one location to another location, and, you know, everybody's talking, everybody's drinking, birthday boy's having a great time. I'm like, I'm willing to drink, but only to a certain point. You know, and everyone's mingling, and that's perfectly fine. The friend comes over, the guy who reminded me of who he was, because I guess I'm supposed to remember, and I'm like, it's only the second time I've ever met you, so relax. And we haven't like had any deep conversation. You know, I don't really, you know, you're just a guy I met around a dinner table at a birthday party a year ago. But so everybody's mingling at the bar and stuff. So he comes over and he's chit-chatting. And it's just as friendly as any other person I'm chit-chatting to. And, he's just like, you're just so beautiful. You're just so beautiful. You're so beautiful. And, naturally, I'm a polite person. And I do know how to take a compliment. And I do feel as if I am attractive. So, and I'm like, thank you. But he progresses through the night, and I guess as the night progresses anyway, and he still like says it, you're beautiful, to the point that he like gets comfortable and he like puts his hand around my waist, and I'm just like, kind of politely, kind of, not necessarily overtly addressing it, but sending like little subliminals of like, respect my boundaries, respect my space. You're nice, but I don't know you like that. So he's perfectly fine, still harmless. You're so beautifuls are becoming a little creepy. And this is all leading up to where we're at today, of course. So, he's just mesmerized, and it's really crazy because I feel like I'm an attractive woman, but it's so overt that it feels, and it's so like consistent and repetitive that it's like a little off-putting and slightly creepy. I feel so bad saying it. Okay, so, and I'm the kind of person where, of course, I like to be attracted to people. If it were going to go in a direction of anything more than, if I ever considered like anything romantic, of course. But I'm the type of person that like you have to be able to hold a conversation and talk to me. And so, he's, telling me he has like a 6-figure job and he travels often, and where do I want to go? Girl, y'all, he putting it on thick. Where do you want to go? Where can I take you for your birthday? Just like crazy stuff. And I'm like, sir, I do pride myself on being, kind of independent within a certain reason, because I like a man to dote on me and pay and cater and treat me. But I also don't like to be put in a box where I am dependent on those experiences being tied to a man, because I'm a quality over quantity. So yes, I want to do all of the beautiful things with someone who I care about and respect, but if I don't feel cared for and respected, I want to make sure that I can still afford to do and have the lifestyle I want without him. So, he's laying it on thick is the point. And it's all good. I'm probably more sober than him because they're drinking tequila, and I just cannot, y'all. I can't, without fail, I cannot. Y'all, if I drink liquor, I drink whiskey. And these people drink, every time I go out with them, tequila. I will not. I can't do this with y'all. It makes me, no matter how little I drink, I feel sick. It like headache the next day. And there's a certain point where like your stomach just turns and you're just like, it's too sour, too sweet, it's too tart, it's too something. And it's like, you can't keep taking shots of this sour, tarty thing. Anyway, that's off of tequila, because this is not that. You get me with whiskey, ooh, nice. So that's happening. He's laying it on thick. Walks me and my friend to our vehicle. We drove together, so he walks me to the car. I didn't feel too worried about it. That's usually the friendly, gentlemanly thing to do, especially since we have mutual friends. Me and my girlfriend, we drove together, so she was with me. So we walked to the car together, and he just wants to make sure we get to the car. That was the end of that night. Didn't exchange numbers or nothing crazy like that, because I don't really, again, this is what I would say 2.5. I've seen you 2.5 times. I don't count the passing through at the bar and like just the friendly hi as a whole. So that was, I've seen him 2.5 times at this point. The most recent time I saw him, I would say, is, what did I do last weekend? This past weekend. Okay, it was probably last weekend. I was with the same girlfriend, and so we go out. It's her best friend's birthday, her best guy friend, and he's just he's great. also a Virgo, hey, and a DJ, hey. So he's cool or whatever. So of course, naturally, there's a couple stops they want to make, and I'm like, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm here for the birthday. In my mind, I'm tapping out at 11, because I'm not an old lady, but I got work. I like run a business, a functioning business. Like I got responsibilities. So my weekends aren't always like everybody else's weekend. So this was one of those weekends where I had to work. I had a big project I was working on starting last Saturday morning. And so we're out, and then was it the last place we went to? No. It wasn't even like, I can't with y'all. Too many, like, what? I've never had a night where we've been to like 3-4 places at a time until I started hanging out with these people. Anyway, so we're at out of 4 stops that night, we're at the 3rd stop. He's there, my best friend, who I didn't remember his name before, 2.5-time guy. He's there. He's in like the VIP section or whatever. And, and I just say, hi, polite. That's what you're supposed to do. He comes over and he's like, how you doing? Hi, beautiful. And I'm like, hi. He's like, you need anything? You good? And I'm like, and I'm always, thank you. I appreciate that. I think it's very nice. It's very polite. It's really nice to be able to go out with like a group of men and they really just got you. And it's not like you have to be dating one of them or like, I mean, they, in their single man mind, there's probably always a small chance that you could end up having sex with them or something. But in this scenario, let's just say, they do this with all the women. But I guess, you never know. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Anyway, so I don't feel that pressure, though. It just feels like a thing. When they go out, it's automatic. Do the ladies need anything? So he's coming up. I already have like a drink or something. Or I might have already been drinking and I'm like, I gotta go to work. So I might have tapped out on drinking, but I'm still a little buzzed and I'm here for a good time. He comes up, you need anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you. It's good seeing you. So I don't really think anything of it, and we were there for a bit until that place closed. And then we headed over to spot number 4. I don't think I saw him at spot number 4. However, I should have known a few weeks earlier because he found me on Instagram and he liked every single picture. I didn't give it too much thought because it was after like that big birthday party where we really, had a little bit more time to talk. So it wasn't too out of the realm of like, oh, well, we just saw each other. Of course, you check up on the people, that you make connections with and follow them on Instagram. And then you might like a picture or two or whatever. And that makes sense. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that he's giving me creepy vibes, he liked like every pic. He liked like a lot of pictures. So, yeah, so that. And in the past week, it was so random. I haven't even seen this guy in 2 weeks now. Randomly, I woke up the other day. I looked at my phone. You're catching up on your correspondence. And I see that I got a message on Instagram from him. And it says, like, so beautiful. In, like, 2 kissy faces. Like the one where you're actually, like, blowing... Like, you're blowing the kiss with the heart. And it's at 2:42 in the morning. I was like, I haven't seen this man in over a week. We have had no conversation. He does not have my phone number. We have not entertained any kind of conversation before this moment. And I found it very strange at 9 a.m. that I'm looking at a DM from you at 2:42, which I'm assuming is like, to me, that's like booty call hours. I feel like you drunk and you're probably scrolling on my Instagram and you felt so compelled at 2:42 to say I'm so beautiful. And the kissy faces felt a little weird too, because I was like, we are not that comfortable. I don't know what vibe I'm giving off when we talk, but I feel like I'm just being nice and friendly. It's not anything more than that. I have not gotten that impression. I do know because you said that you think I am very beautiful, but now it's like coming into my mailbox online. And so that, and I just said like, thanks so and so, with like a smiley face emoji, not the one where it's like blushing, not the one with teeth, just like the regular ass one, the one I give my biological father when he sends me a happy birthday text, like, thank you, thanks. Thank you. Then And he later that day, he says something like, hi queen, be nice to grab something to eat sometime. And I didn't respond back to that one because I was like, I really don't know. I've been really busy. I'm just not really in a space where it's like I want to date, but I'm too tired to date. I'm too busy to date. So, I like tap in and out of these spaces. So I didn't really respond back because I didn't really have anything to say back. I mean, I'm not going to leave him hanging forever, but I just wasn't like really going to run back and answer until I processed how I felt and if that was something I was even interested in, or a kind and polite way to say no. Then that was Friday. Saturday night, I'm out with my friend, the same girl. She's like, she's one of my foundation girls. Solid, always there, got me, sturdy, dependable. Anyway, so I'm out with her and I'm like, hey, your friend so-and-so, and she already knew that he liked me because he was very open about his infatuation. And I was like, so-and-so, just message me online. Mind you, he liked another round of photos online at the same time also. And so-and-so just sent me this message and I'm like, so what is up with him? Like, what's the deal? What's this, you want to know. Like, tell me about this person so I can make an informed decision about if he's the killer. My sister was like, girl, just go get, go and have dinner. And I'm like, if I don't want to have dinner with a person, I'm not going to have dinner with you. I would rather pay for my own dinner and have peace than to not have peace and have to deal with your ass for 2 hours. That's how I am. That's me. So she's like, y'all, he owes me nothing. So on one hand, he could say anything because he does not owe me honesty. But also, you don't owe me nothing. So you also don't have to lie because you owe me nothing. I would hold you accountable for nothing. He does not have a vehicle. He hasn't had one in at least 10 years since an accident he was in. And I was like, maybe he got some PTSD or something. I mean, I'm still not picking your ass up and I'm not riding the bus with you. You want to figure out how to meet me at this restaurant. But she's like, no, he got paid out for the accident and he just never got a car since then. And I'm just like, okay. Then she's like, and I don't know how he's asking you out because, one, he was just on a date. And I'm like, single people, like, they do things like that. So, he was just on a date. So I'm like, my thing was like, you were on a date with another woman the same night you were sending me those kissy faces. Ugh. Like, you did whatever y'all did. And then when she left or you left, you was like, let me check the internet, check up on Marquita's page, kissy face. Or did it not work out? And you was like, let me see what Marquita. It doesn't matter. It just, ugh. Give it 8 to 12 hours. Like, ugh, no thank you. She's like, so, he was just out. And speaking of him being out, she's like, he be asking his friends for money. I was like, how was he on a date right now? Or like last night, if you telling me he be asking his friends for money. Mind you, when he was trying to, I guess, be impressive in August of this year, he was like, yeah, I make 6 figures. And I'm just like, what is happening here? It's like, why is this? Why? You owe me nothing. It makes it even more ridiculous when you find out, like, later. Because you don't have to make 6 figures to be a quality person. But lying about having 6 figures and then me finding out you, in fact, ask people for money is completely different. So all of that being summed up, oh no, he sent me one more message. So he saw my birthday post online and he was like, wish I was with you. Mind you, I have not responded to this man since I said thanks from the first time he sent the kissy faces. He did the whole let me ask you out on a date. He sent me something completely random. I thought he had seen my birthday post before he sent it to me. He didn't. He just sent me something out of the blue that was like, I wish I was with you right now. Do you see why I find this man creepy right now? Because you're not gonna kill Bill, not even your Buffalo Bill me. You're not gonna put the lotion on the skin to me. You're not gonna lure me on a date. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I feel a little sick and woozy. You're not going to end up wearing my face in the mirror talking about how beautiful you are. You're not going to wear my skin. Like, who are you? And I know I'm exaggerating with the murder stuff, but if you know me, you know I make jokes about the killer all the time because I refuse to end up the killer's next victim. Because when you don't expect the killer out in the world, you be like, why would he get me? I'm like, bitch, why wouldn't he get you? That kind of attitude is going to get you got, and then nobody would notice. I am definitely worthy of being kidnapped, but you ain't finna get me. That's my point. Anyway, he was like, I wish I was with you right now. I said 2 words to this man. You have given me creepy signals, creepy messages, and we have not had enough dialogue for me to feel comfortable as if we have made it to a point where I can take this as a joke. That is someone in the world that I am currently dealing with. Not really directly in my life. I'm glad he doesn't know where I live because God only knows. He probably would have already sent things to my house by now. I just don't get it. But yeah, so that's short story time. I mean, I said short, but we're going on 21, 22 minutes now. And that's something that that is plaguing me at the current moment. So that I'm at Target. I'm going to go get an iced coffee. I got to go get like 2 or 3 things out of the store. And I have a bunch more errands to run today. I have stuff to do, but I'm keeping a low profile. I am 34 and loving it. I feel very blessed, very grateful, very humble. I feel great. I feel like I can't wait for all of the new things because 33 was so good to me. I can't imagine that my blessings would stop now. I was looking at old photos of myself, to be honest, when I was going through a lot of shit in 2021. I'm not even gonna put that all on that's not even all on my husband. I lost like 35 pounds, like unhealthily because I wasn't eating. So it wasn't even like exercising you lost weight. It was just like severe stress. And when I stress, I do lose weight. I was dealing with so much shit and harboring so much shit in 2021 that I lost so much weight that when I look back at the pictures, I was like, my face looks skinny, like, but bony. I looked at my skin. I've always had acne problems. So, and I've been very transparent about like getting my chemical peels and what kind of, appointments or treatments I'm working on. And they have been very good to me. I'm so happy that I found something that finally works with me and I feel comfortable and I go out with just like my face and, I can manage. But I'm telling you, in 2021, and if that person knows, who that person, he knows who I'm talking about. So if some way, somehow he's watching this anyway. All of that, like I put on, look, I'm getting slim thick. I'm really happy that that's coming back because your girl's been eating. And I'm really happy because I can see my skincare journey. And like I said, I've never felt ugly. But I think it's just my personality. Like I've always loved myself and liked myself enough to never feel like I was ugly or anything. I'm not for everybody. That's me. But I think all women should think like that. It's not personal towards you. Because I mean, have you seen me? But the point is, when I look at that, that's a really big deal. And of course it affects self-esteem. So it made me really self-conscious most of my life. And it got so bad. And you don't notice it until you're in it. And I'm looking back at it and I'm like, it's crazy. The signs that my body was showing of the level of stress and anxiety and things that were going on. I mean, that was really when I was like, being diagnosed with depression too. Like I'm not really good at I can handle stress, but I guess in certain types of stress, and I'm not really good at being a fucked up person. And I think I'm in that situation. It's really crazy to me because I'm looking at myself and I'm like I'm the only person in this whole shitty situation who looks like they've been through this situation that they're going through, and I'm the only one who the townsfolk gathered against to like burn at the stake for witchcraft. It feels like it's neither here nor there, because I don't live in my feelings about that kind of thing, because all I've done is elevate since then, and I pride myself on the level of strength and the help of my sister-in-law, My sis, not my sister-in-law. You know, in the very tiny support system I had, it was just one person. Well, no, it was like two to three. Between that and therapy, and it was hard, but the point is, I'm celebrating this journey because I'm nowhere near where I was then. I mean, my business is thriving. I'm getting contracts. Yes, I still seek them out, but people come to me with opportunities now. Like, that's how much momentum my business has now gotten. My skin is doing really well. It's doing so well. Like, some days it catches me off guard. And that's not vanity. It really is just a testament. I'm like, just my skin. I'm like, today, my skin looks great. And some people have always had great skin, but some people get it and some people don't. Those who have had the bad skin are like those days where you just like catch yourself and you're like, it's crazy. Anyway, so I'm at Target and I really want to get out the car. I got shit to do. This is a long post. I haven't done this in a long time. But I can't believe I'm 34. Oh God, I'll tell that story later. When I went out, there was a woman I met when I was out taking like birthday shots and doing birthday. I thought she was my age and she thought I was her age. Turns out her age was 25. I thought she was in the 33, 34, 35 club with me. If she were my age, she would look right for her age. But to know she was 25, I was like, whoa. But I was flattered, of course, that she thought I was in her age group. So yay to that. And that was so cute, y'all. Please check out that story online. It was so cute. So cute. I got to go. I talk a lot. I'm overdue to talk to you guys. But that was one little story time. I'm just flabbergasted, I guess. That's a word. So, have a great day. It's rainy and cloudy and dark. But it's Monday. I'm just really happy. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to have a reason to be happy. I feel it. I feel like you haven't seen anything yet. I can't even imagine. So I guess having said that, you just got to stay tuned. Because it's only going to get better. My adventures are going to get bigger. My stories are going to get better and more elaborate. And eventually I'm going to figure out how to create and edit videos or something. People do it all the time. And I promise you, I just cannot get it. They need it like for dummies. No offense. I'm not a dummy, but please simplify it. I'm more of a hands-on learner. So like having to just watch a video and if they were in person teaching me, I would nail it. Got it. Anyway, plus I'll be busy. I'm running a 6-figure business right now. I am busy. And I'm a full-time mom. Fully involved. 100% of 100%. Have a great day. I'm tapping out. I really want my iced coffee. And I got to go. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.